Good everybody, welcome back to Mr. T's Toy House. Now, as suggested in one of my earlier videos, it has taken me a wee while to get this one together. I want to just show you how I display my stuff and how I look after all my Hot Wheels and bits and pieces, mainly Hot Wheels. That's my main toy collecting. I'll start off with this one here. Got here a little mainline case. I like these mainline cases because it's got the Hot Wheels logo on the back, and they always seem to be really nice and clean and clear. Beautiful little car there, Hudson Hornet. Now these cases, I'm not quite sure what price these go at. I couldn't give you an idea of a lot of prices of my cases, but I'll pretty much start from the cheapest I've got to the more bigger and the more expensive ones. Being a dust cover, yes it does get a bit of dust on it, but I would rather get the dust on this and get these damaged than the actual thing inside, the car inside there. I'll open it up just so you guys can see how they do work. They do work very, very well. I remember a friend of mine when I first started, he said, "Mate, you got to get these covers, you got to get these covers." And good on him for making me do this, because I have got these covers, but I have gone one step beyond, as I did not want to have hundreds and hundreds of these lying around. There are better ways to do it. Alright, second of all, we'll go from mainline to a premium case. This one's quite a different premium case. I'm not quite sure exactly where they've come from. I've never seen them in the stores. As you can see, the plastic plate sticks out and everything sits in. Another cool piece, by the way. It took me ages to find the Hulkbuster van. Just sit there, you might as well show you all off. These ones, now let's see how these ones open. They all cases open ever so slightly differently, and they're pretty much the same. Okay, the clip on the bottom. Some open this way around. Yeah, I'll take it out. You guys can have a look at that. Beautiful, fresh looking card. This is why I say these cases are so good, because they keep your card in great condition. If you keep them in the dark, they're not going to fade either. Unfortunately, when you display, quite often your stuff will start fading on you. I did that in my earlier days, had everything sitting out in the sun, and by the time I got to them, I really didn't, I got to them and they'd all faded out. Not a good idea. Keeping them in the dark, sad but true, is a good way to do it. Step forward, we'll go a little bit bigger. These ones here, these are ones I get from the warehouse. I know you guys get ones from Hobby Lobby that are bigger and carry a double sider. This is just a single sider. I label it here as I have them sitting on shelves, and I can grab them when I need them. As a display case, not so good like this, because it's all foggy and fadey looking. However, some guys just rip the front off and you've got that. I can't tip it too far forward or all my little cars are going to come rolling out on the floor. Dance Floor Guru in the background. I'll be doing a gig with these guys very, very shortly. UFC t-shirt, being Sunday. I generally go over to a mate's place and we watch some guys get their heads beaten up. Yay, a lot of fun. Okay, next level of cases is this one here. They call them minifigure display cases. They do display your minifigures, which are really cool. However, I generally use these for team transport. They fit your team transport. They'll fit generally 3 across here. I can fit obviously 3, 6, 9. You can get a 5 case, which is another level, and you can get them with lights in them as well. Good reflection there. You can see my cameraman, Darth Vader, working very hard. Yeah, cool. So next level of cases there. I can't show you that case as they're quite permanently set where I've got them. They do have, if you can get past the reflection, they do have a little screw hole there that you can just pin them to the wall, and that's how I have mine sitting on the wall, looking very good with my Team Transport. One thing I don't like about these cases, they're very cheap in this sense, where these panels, they just slide off sideways, and sometimes are quite hard if you've got a few in a line to get into them. You've got to kind of, it's a little bit awkward. However, for the price you pay, they're a very good display case and keep your stuff in good order. UV protection, I do not know. Mine, I say I keep them in the dark, but they have a light in the room so I can go and have a look. And like I say, some of these do come with UV lighting. The next level are the cases that you generally see in the background of my videos. These ones here. I've taken the dust cover off so you guys can see what's inside them. These ones here, I pay anywhere from $150 for one of these cases. The guy, to be honest, he does make, this one here was made just for me. I had a set of 6, as all the old Hot Wheel cases used to be in 6s. So I wanted one of 6 so I could get the whole set in there. However, now I've just moved things around and I've put my favourite retros in there. Some great films there and some awesome cars. This one here took me a long time to find, the Kawasaki. Very stoked to have got that one. Now just to show you, one thing I love the most about these cases, they have that's the cover for it. You can see, it's a bit hard to see, there's a little slot there. That will just slot on front there. Just like that, pretty easy. Sits on there, it's a cage. And all of a sudden, everything's protected. Love it. You can see here, I've got another one here. He does premiums and he does mainlines. Now for any of you guys who live in New Zealand, especially you guys in Christchurch, you're really lucky. You've got a man called Larson Signs. He's the guy that makes these for me, and they're super cool, mainly because they're UV protected. I can put these in the sun and know that they're going to be protected, and that's it. That's pretty much how I display most of my stuff. Above and beyond that, I might put it on the end of my video. At the end of my video, I will put some, maybe some of my display cases as well. I have big, proper display cases. I wouldn't call them proper, but they're definitely good display cases where I can put things like dioramas in them. I can make up my own little dioramas and put them in them. Very cool. One funny little case that I found, it was only $50 on Trade Me. It was an old pie warmer. So the pie warmer had these little doors that would open up, and I could put all my stuff in there. And I put the pie warmer drawer, not the pie warmer drawer, the front door down, and everything is well and truly protected by dust. Dust is probably your biggest thing. Dust and light are the things that are really going to affect your cars. If you want them to keep them for a long time, I do suggest protect them. If you like my videos too, by the way, hit that subscribe button. I like to see my subscribers grow. It always helps. If you've got a mate out there that's into this sort of stuff, share that on with him, and maybe he can hit the subscribe button too. That would be awesome. Sharing is caring, eh? Likes always help the algorithm. Some comments. If you've got some nice comments, I'm always open for nice comments. Nasty comments, well, you can keep them to yourself. Unless it's something that you think that's going to be helpful. I can handle criticism, which is all good. So, guys, I really hope you've enjoyed how I display my stuff. I'll even give you a closer look up here. These are my supers. I have a lot more supers obviously than this. but I move them around, and generally these are some of my favourite ones that I own. These ones here, I've got quite a fair few of these, and of course the tail dragger. I love tail draggers, man, they're awesome. Roger Dodgers, if you follow my channel you'll know I love Roger Dodgers. This one here is just a cool old one. You can see this one here, these up there, the TH, that says it's a treasure hunt. Back in the day, they weren't supers, they were treasure hunts. Thanks Darthy for looking after the camera for me. Alright everybody, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully I'll keep up some more content. I am trying to build up those premiums so I can do some more openings of premiums. Yeah, choice. Thanks for coming to watch me in my drum room. Like and subscribe and share.